Brian. I am, as always, excited to be here. I'm still on the high from last night's webinar we did with some of our incredible L4 leader ladies that shared a lot of their just their really good tips. And what I loved last night was everybody came from a different walk. And it was a real demonstration that there is no, like sometimes you go to a particular company and everybody seems to be the same. They all walk the same way, talk the same way, smell the same way. They all have the same suit and the same outfit and the whole thing. And when you come here to My Lead System Pro, which is by marketers for marketers, right? By marketers for marketers, a leadership factory, everybody's different. And last night, completely and totally, and if you guys didn't catch that, ask someone for the replay. It was really valuable. Everybody was so different, and yet every single one of those ladies went from kind of stumbling around in the industry to really understanding marketing concepts and becoming real marketers. And not to say that people that do it some of the different ways are not real marketers, but using, real marketing tactics that a company would use, that a corporation would use. They're doing some very special things. So that was really exciting. I'm very high on that. And then to get to do the wake-up call this morning, and then tonight to do my Deep Abyss Mastermind, which if you guys don't know, you can find at thedeepabyss.com. I'm pretty jacked up today, pretty excited. And in the middle, I'm getting my nails done. I'm just saying. So my nails need to be done. So something to do this afternoon, right? In the middle. So today, actually, let me back up. Tonight in the mastermind, I'm going to be talking about, and if you hear this on the podcast, you can come and catch the replay, no problems. But tonight live, I'm going to be talking about what I would do if I started today and wanted to become the top income earner. Okay, not what I do for the basics, but if I really wanted to go to the moon, if I really wanted to get it done, and I wanted to build multiple streams of income, and I wanted to have a diversified business that protected me no matter what was going on, because we always hear the cries of, this company changed their rules and that company did this, and this product changed and the government changed their rules, all the stuff that goes on in the industry. The stuff that I just don't even think about because it doesn't impact me, because I've learned to build a business in a way that is structured so that I'm protected no matter what. My table's got 4 legs to it. It's not going to fall over. And so I'm going to do that tonight. But today, as a precursor to that session tonight, I want to talk about a concept that you must get in order to succeed. And you must get it. Well, you don't have to do anything. I shouldn't say must. You don't have to do anything, right? Everything's your choice. You can get it now. You can get it later. But if you want to be successful, sooner or later, you're going to have to catch this concept. And it has everything to do with what I'll be teaching tonight about what I would do if I were starting today. So you know what? Maybe it's not what I do if I was starting over. It's what I would do if I were starting today. Okay, and that's different. Okay, that's different. And by the way, when I started, we didn't have all this stuff. We didn't have all of this. I mean, I was lucky to have a rudimentary autoresponder. So last night I sat, this is a sidebar, I made a kind of a marketing video for a friend because they were kind of like blah, 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 talking about short form video. And I went and made them the coolest looking video in less than 5 minutes. And they just sat there and they shook their head and they said, I can't believe you could do that. And these are the types of things that we can do now. There's softwares and there's apps for your phone, and you can do everything from your phone. I mean, there's a lot of young people I meet today, they don't even sit at a computer. I'm a copywriter, I need a computer. But there's so many options, but it all comes back. So if there were so many options, and if the options were the answer, right? If the software was the answer, why isn't everybody rich? Here's a question that my mentor asked me years ago. He goes, well, if working hard were the answer, why aren't ditch diggers rich? Right? If working hard, because they work the hardest of all, the guys that are out doing physical manual labor, why aren't they rich? They work harder than anybody. So if hard work were the answer, you could work your, just work hard. And we were taught that as kids, work hard and get a good job and get benefits and yada, yada, yada. And pretty much the whole generation, that's the boomers, they're all broke. Not all, a lot of them, did well, but a whole bunch of them, that theory didn't work out for them. So working hard isn't the answer. It isn't a software. A lot of people think it isn't a product because products come and go. I've been around for 21 years. I've seen more products come and go than I can tell you. It isn't a product. It isn't a program, right? Programs come and go. I'm proud to say we've been here for 13 years and we're like a rock. So I don't think we're going anywhere too soon. But Brian could decide to retire. He's got a beautiful girl and, a cute kitty cat. He could decide he wants to move to Belize or something. He could do whatever he wants. I don't think that's happening. I think he has big goals and they're all, rotating around here, but could happen. So it's not the program. It's not the product. It's not working hard, right? What it is a governing philosophy and an understanding of a few concepts. And I'm going to cover one of them this morning that's important. And you might want to write it down if you're listening to this when you're not in a dangerous place or driving. Don't write when you're driving, no texting, be safe. Okay. There's two things, and you're going to have to choose between them at some point if you want to become a good merchant, somebody who makes money. The first thing is what you want. Okay, and this is what most of the people that come to me and come into MLSP want to talk about. What do you want, right? What I want. I want to generate leads. I want to make sales. I want to recruit more people. I want to create info products. I want. And we spend our days dreaming about what we want. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you can write it in a notebook and you can set it as goals and you can meditate on it and all the good things that you learn about out there, you can and you should do it. But then what you have to do is understand that the way you make money is not focusing on what you want. What? No, I'm supposed to write it in a journal and I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to say it 3 times in the mirror every morning, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And I'm going to focus on what I want. And I'm going to make a dream board about what I want, right? We learned all this, right? And I'm not saying that anything that's incorrect because that's putting something into your subconscious mind. And that's a whole nother topic. And that's really good. But if you spend your business days, let's say you have a job and you have 2 hours a day to work, or you have little kids and you have to work around their nap schedules, or a family and you're working in the evening after they go to bed, or you're working on your lunch hour, or whatever it is you're doing, or let's say you're full-time because, maybe you're not even earning a full-time income, but you have other incomes, you're able to be full-time, but you have trouble sitting down and getting stuff done. If we spend our 2, 3, 4, heck, if you're even spending 8 hours a day on your business, if you're spending 8 hours thinking about what you want, focusing on what you want, and going out into the marketplace with your agenda of what you want, well, let me ask you, because I know a lot of you have been doing that. How's that working out for you? Right? We have to differentiate between what we want. I want to recruit you, right? I want to recruit you. Right? I'm talking to the guy, I just messaged him in a group. I met him in a group. I sent him a message. He sent me a message back, and now I want to recruit him. The top 2 questions I ever get asked, by the way, another sidebar, are what would you do if you had to start over, which we're covering tonight, and how do I change the conversation to business? Top question. How do I just met Sally. How do I get her to a business conversation? I always just smile. Like, See, here's the thing. You're focusing on what you want. I want to tell her about what I want to sell her. Doesn't work very well, does it? Here's what you want to be thinking about, and it's a big part of what I would do if I had to start over, right? You need to focus not on what you want, but what the marketplace wants. Let me say it again. You need to focus less on what you want and more on what the marketplace wants. To get more get value, you have to give more give value. My teacher used to say that all the time. What are you giving? What are you giving? What are you giving? Generally speaking, if I ask someone about their marketplace, I call them neighborhoods. Okay, I run a modern day mom and pop. I'm getting rich on my corner of the internet. I set up my little corner store on my corner of the internet. Okay, you can set up your corner store wherever you want. And I got to know the neighborhood. I know who everybody is in the neighborhood. Chances are, if you're an MLSP member and you've been visible in any way, shape, or form, I know who you are. And if you start oscillating, I'm going to say hello to you because I want to know everybody that's moving and shaking in the neighborhood. I want to know all the kids in the neighborhood. I want to know the neighbors that just moved in. I want to know my neighborhood. You can call that your market. You can call that your audience. You can call that your niche, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I'm focused on what the marketplace that I've selected, what the marketplace wants. I spend my days thinking less about what I want. Of course, what do I want? I want to make more money. I want to sign up more people. I want to sell more products. I want more visibility. I want more influence. I want a lot of things. Okay. I want another 22-day cruise, which got canceled. Okay. I want a lot of things. But see, what I want isn't going to get me what I want. Write that down. Oh, write that down. That's so good. What I want isn't going to get me what I want. Becoming an expert at what the neighborhood, my marketplace wants is exactly what will get me what I want. I have an incredible student right now, and she's going through the process of learning this. And it's so neat watching her because she entered with the, I gotta get, this is what I want, I gotta get. And as we slowed her down, and as we got her to ask different questions of the people, and we got her to truly understand the motivation, that's in capitals, the motivation of the people, then what started to happen is her communication naturally, not with struggle, not with scripts, right, naturally started to change because she became attuned to what the marketplace wants. And here's one thing I know. I grew up listening to Jim Rohn, right? Business philosopher, ROHN, Jim Rohn. Go look him up on YouTube. I grew up listening to Jim Rohn. He said, you can't blame anything or anyone when you're struggling. You can't blame the government. It's all you got. You can't blame the weather. It's all, like if you're a farmer, you can't just blame the weather. You got to eat. You can't blame the weather, right? You can't blame the program. It's all you got. You can't blame the marketplace. Everybody sits around and complains. And by the way, I do it too. Okay, I do it too all the time. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. Sit around and blame the marketplace. My favorite thing to blame lately, and by the way, you can't blame technology and moving technology and changing technology, okay? Not too long ago, the answer was doing a live video. If you did a live video, everybody showed up. If you did a live video every day, you became famous very quickly. It was amazing. Try to do a live video on Facebook right now and see how many people you get. Go ahead. Check it out. See what happens. I'm not being negative. I'm just being truthful because I understand. You got to move to what the marketplace dictates or the technology dictates. Right now, Facebook is throttling and not giving us what we used to get. Doesn't mean Facebook's bad. No, in fact, right now they're going through major changes. They're putting in audio rooms. There's all kinds of exciting stuff coming. But I can sit and be mad that the prospect doesn't want what I want him to buy and he's stupid. Or I could sit and go, the prospect is stupid because he doesn't like network marketing or he doesn't like attraction, or the prospect is stupid. The prospect's not stupid. The prospect is the marketplace. And if we don't understand the marketplace, we can't communicate with him or her in a way that gets them to see the virtue of what we have available. If I have a marketing method that I've used faithfully, and I have many marketing methods that I've used faithfully for years that don't work the way they used to, I could sit around and lament it and say that these venues are stupid or they're dumb or I hate them or I'm leaving. You ever see people on Facebook? I'm just not coming back. I can behave like that, or I can look around and go, where are the people? It's like in a neighborhood. All of a sudden, there's two butchers, and one butcher, there's something up and the meat is bad. Everybody gravitates to the other butcher. Now, the first butcher who had some kind of refrigeration problem realized it was bad. He corrected it, he fixed it, and now his meat's good again. People will come back. But the marketplace just goes, write this down. The marketplace goes to the place that has what it wants. The marketplace goes to the place that has what it wants. You can call it the marketplace, the prospects, whatever you want to call it, your niche. They go to the person or place that has what they want. And as long as you focus on what you want to sell, what you want to make them do, what you want to get from them, you will be challenged. And I'm going to talk tonight on the Deep Abyss, the deepabyss.com Mastermind. I'm going to talk about how to apply this, because I watch people and they stand and they stomp their foot and they insist that this is the way. Or I watch people that learned some things in the past and things have changed and they insist that they have to do it the way they always did it. Guys, if you don't go where the people are and you don't learn to focus on what they want, what do they want to hear? What do they want to buy? What do they want to know? There's certain things right now, info products that are flying because people want to know certain things. There's other info products that still sell, but they don't fly as much because people are not as interested in that topic. Now you have a choice. You can go with what you want. You ever see it in health and wellness? A lot of you guys work in health and wellness. There's ingredients. Remember when kale used to be the thing that was the coolest thing? It's not kale anymore. It's Brussels sprouts. And it'll in a year it'll be beets or whatever. The vegetable du jour. And all the cool trendy restaurants had kale salad, kale this, and then we found out that kale makes you it's too much for some people. Now everybody's in Brussels sprouts, and there's shaved Brussels sprouts and roasted Brussels sprouts and this Brussels sprouts. Guys, if the marketplace wants to buy Brussels sprouts, give them Brussels sprouts. Stop insisting on giving them kale because you did it 4 years ago. If the marketplace doesn't want to use that type of page, give them the kind they want. If the marketplace wants to listen to audio, by the way, guys, if you pay attention. Audio is going to be so huge. It's already happening. We have Clubhouse. Facebook is coming out with audio rooms. Everybody's getting audio devices. Everything's moving to audio. And everybody's like, that makes no sense. Video's king. Every venue is different for different needs and wants, but audio is going to be huge. Start thinking about it. You don't have to do it yet. It's not widespread, but just start thinking, what are people into? What do they want? What do they want to buy from me? What do they want to get from me? What causes them to want to hang out with me? And I'm going to wrap it up so we can go over to mlspfanpage.com and hang out and have a discussion on this on video. But guys, when I do tonight's mastermind, and again, it's at 9 p.m. Eastern, thedeepabyss.com, the marketplace has changed. And you'll hear me say this periodically when it's happening. And I too need to move with the marketplace. So when I share with you tonight my thought processes about if I were to start over today, right? They're valid for now. And a year from now, I may do another one. And you might think, well, I've heard that before. It's the same thing as she did. She's done that. But it wouldn't be the same thing because a year from now, the marketplace will have changed again. And when you understand how to wrap your business around what they want and let go, guys, believe me, I want to keep doing the easy stuff that I've been doing for a long time. Believe me, I want to just goof off and come out once a week and do this, and that. The only problem is I don't get the same traction doing that today as I did a year ago. So I have a choice. I can move the Who Moved My Cheese, old famous book. You can read it. The cheese moved. I can move where the cheese is, or I can sit over here and starve. So tonight, very special. What would I do? If you hear me do another one in a year, it's going to be very special and important then too. You have to learn to think and flow with the marketplace instead of thinking and flowing with your wants. And when you think and flow with the marketplace, ironically, you get everything you wanted and more. Meet me over on the MLSPfanpage.com. We'll get on a live and chat it up a little bit. Tell me your thoughts and ideas on this. And of course, I look forward to seeing you in the deep abyss this evening. This has been Diane Hochman. We'll see you on the next wake up call. Take care. Hey guys. All right, I'm going to run off. If anybody is not a member of My Lead System Pro and would like to work directly with me, just go to dianehochman.com. Oh, look, I have it typed wrong. .com/$1. It's probably been like that for months. I don't even notice. dianehochman.com/$1. For those of you that are MLSP members that happen to be watching, come to the deep abyss tonight. You know, I wrote on my wall today, I set up a place for all my students and my different things. I set up a place and that's where I am. And whoever shows up gets the best of it all. Whoever doesn't show up, doesn't show up. I refuse to chase anybody and beg them to hand them 21 years worth of marketing wisdom. I just won't. So, and Karen, of course, you're off the hook. Karen, by the way, tip for you, you don't need to always post about your time zone. We know, and it's good. Just listen when you can. It's all good. I'm going to head over to the fan page. I'll see you guys over there. Take care.